Welcome or welcome back.
Ooh, that's hot.
I know.
Wow.
I know. It's boiling my tongue. We have to get a new kettle because our kettle does not stop on its own. It just keeps boiling water. It broke.
It's been broke.
Broken. It's been broken. It's been broken for a while, you guys. I got this kettle on sale. It was regular price. I think what was the regular price? $23, $30. I think it was
No, that was the sale price.
no. I got that kettle for $10. That's why it
Oh.
broke. Anyways, yes. I got this
Anyway.
kettle for like $10. And I was like, ooh, steal. I thought it was aesthetically pleasing. So I'm like, ooh, $10 for a nice kettle? I'm gonna buy this one. Tell me how it broke the next day. Like literally it broke the next day. It stopped turning off. It turns on, but you can't just like, leave the kettle and expect it to turn off, right? Like
Yeah, like everything still works. It still boils the water, like it does what it needs to do,
but it's
but you have to
inconvenient.
manually turn it off.
Yeah, if I wanted to do that, I would have gotten one of those screaming kettles that you gotta put on the
The stove.
yeah.
The ones that whistle.
Yeah. I called it the screaming kettle. Anyways, welcome back to this Thing of Ours podcast.
Where we talk about all of life's highs and lows.
And everything in between. I just want to take a sip of my tea before we start. My mouth feels so pasty.
It's too hot though.
I know.
It's too hot.
There's a couple of things actually that came across my news feed that I want to talk about this week on this podcast. I
What
feel
are
like
you
I was
doing?
I was gonna grab it like this, but then it was too hot. So it was talking about microplastics. Have you heard about that? How much microplastic we actually consume? I think it's called
We
microplastic.
consume?
Yeah,
Like we eat?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
yeah,
No, I never
yeah.
really looked into
Apparently,
that.
it's in our water, and some of it's in our vegetables, our foods, and some foods are more likely to have the microplastic in it than usual.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No, I've definitely never came across that.
Yeah, and then I'm like, well, then I Googled because then I got hooked into it, and I said, well, how the hell do you get microplastic out of water? And then I asked, like, well, can you boil it? Apparently, boiling doesn't help kill microplastic. It
Yeah.
just, I think you have to filter. I think that's what it said. I think that was the next question it told me was you have to filter out the water. I'm curious to
Well,
know how many people.
doesn't it come filtered? Like they filter it before it gets to you, no?
I'm talking about tap water.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They do their process. They re-bleach it. They do all their different process. I'm sure they filter it along the way too.
Hmm.
So I don't know. How would you filtering at home be any different than them filtering it before it gets to you?
I thought when they filter the water, they just kind of kill the bacteria. Like they don't actually kill the little tiny little plastics.
I don't know how big their or how fine their filter is. I don't know.
Well, we know nothing about water filtering.
Nope.
We have no degree in that
Nope.
area, no,
Nope.
no knowledge. But that's just something I came across my article. Okay, don't shoot the message. Don't shoot the messenger. This is just something that I saw that I thought was interesting,
Yeah.
and I wanted to know more about it. That's
Okay.
it. That's all I wanted to share. I wanted to know if anybody else heard it too.
Okay,
That's
so
it. That's
go
all.
on. What else did they say?
That's all I remember.
Boiling doesn't work. You gotta filter it.
Yeah, you gotta like use a filter or something like that. That helps to take out some of the microplastic. But the point is, apparently, we consume a lot of little microplastics, and it's not just from tap water; it's from basically everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine. It's probably true.
Mm-hmm.
Probably is true.
Oh man, I have the hiccups.
Like, I
now.
mean, we do boil our water, and then we put it into like a separate container.
That's plastic.
Yes.
I was actually thinking about that this morning. I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But what is BPA? Is that supposed to be like it's supposed to basically say that this plastic won't
I've
kinda
heard
shed or
like
a
BPA
chemical?
free or whatever. I've
Yeah.
heard the term, but I don't know what it is. I've never looked that far into it.
Mm.
But yeah, apparently boiling water does kill some of the bacteria that's left over in there.
Did you read that?
Yeah,
Oh,
I read
okay.
that before, but I didn't read nothing about the plastic,
Okay.
just about the bacteria.
Nope, hold
Mm-hmm.
on. Let me get my phone. I'm actually very curious to know. Like I saw the amount that it said how many how much microplastic we consume, but I don't remember what it was.
Honestly, there ain't nothing really healthy for you nowadays. It's just some things are worse than others. That's literally all it
So it
is.
says, what is this? This is based on some website that was out in June 4th, 2024. It's from beyondplastics.org. It says Americans ingest more than 11,000 microplastic particles a year via their protein consumption alone, and that consumers on the higher end of protein consumptions could be taking in as many as 3.8 million plastic particles per year.
That's just protein? Like meats?
I'm not sure. Hold on, let's keep looking.
It's interesting. Why would it be in meat?
Which foods have the highest microplastics? Oh, wow. It
Wow.
says apples. This is from CNN.com. Okay, apples and carrots were the most contaminated fruits and vegetables, respectively, with over 100,000 microplastics per gram. The smallest particles were found in carrots, while the largest pieces of plastic were found in lettuce, which was also the least contaminated vegetable.
Hmm.
And then it says, keep going.
Do you wash your vegetables before you eat them?
I hope so. Everyone should wash their
You
vegetables.
should, but I don't know if people actually do. You know, you buy them off the shelf
Mm-hmm.
and they have that little spray thing that comes down and kind of they look like they're clean,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Some containers, like when you buy your spinach, it says like pre-washed, or it says please wash before consumption.
Yeah.
Do you
But
guys still? Yeah.
but that's what I mean. Like, do you still rinse it off, even if it comes in a container? Because like,
Even if it says pre-wash, you mean?
mhm,
Yeah, of course.
yeah. But no, that's what I'm asking. Like other
Mhm.
people, do you actually wash your stuff, or do you know people that don't? Because yeah, like I never used to really wash lettuce, other than if I bought the romaine lettuce, like
So
just
was
the
this before you met me?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like if I bought spinach in a container, it was in a container. Like
Mhm.
you're thinking in your mind that that's already pre-washed and you're good.
What? Who
Mm,
says that? You always supposed to wash your lettuce, pre-wash or not pre-washed.
mm,
I mean, that's what I was always told.
I don't know.
But anyways, moving on. Sorry. But the reason why the reason why I wanted to talk about the microplastics was because got another article like shortly after that, which probably led me like, down the rabbit hole, that talked about lab grown
Meat.
meat and
Mhm.
vegetables. Now, I kind of already knew that things were going to start heading in that direction because it's been talked about for years about growing things in the lab,
Mhm.
right? So, what are your thoughts on that? How do we even know we're consuming it?
See, and that I don't know. Like I've seen small little clips of the lab-grown meat, but I never really looked that far into it.
Does it look like real meat?
It looks like real meat, and it comes out of like a almost like a 3D printer.
Mm.
So like they're basically printing meat, which I don't understand how.
Mm. Well,
It's just
okay.
all chemical based.
So the article that I read said that it takes like the what is it, like the DNA or some type of muscle from the animal, and then it's able to replicate it in the lab. It's almost like lab grown diamonds,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Lab grown diamonds.
What's the why you got something in your throat?
No, 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 I
Oh,
don't.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So like that's kind of what I heard too, is that they have a small little sample and then they're able to replicate it or clone it, which is another topic to go down the rabbit hole in.
It's what we're naming it, down the rabbit hole.
uh but yeah, I don't know. I didn't look too much into it,
Mhm.
but would I eat lab grown meat? I don't know. I mean, I think I would probably try it just to say I've tried it, but would I want to continuously eat it? I don't know.
Yeah, because like, with all the contaminated like E. coli and stuff like that, I feel like this is kind of going to start to get pushed, but I wonder if we have been eating it.
And we just don't know.
Yeah, we just
Uh,
don't really know that it was actually lab
I
grown.
don't know if they would be able to do that. I don't know. I mean, it's possible, but I don't think we're at that point where they can push that on us without us knowing.
Yeah, well, according to this globalnews.ca, which is a Canadian news station, it says lab grown meat, also known as the cultivated meat, may soon be sold to the public in the US after two companies received full approval from the government. So then
Yeah, so they're basically saying it hasn't been sold yet.
yeah, so I don't think Health Canada's going to approve of it just yet. I can't imagine Health Canada really approving it as quickly as the US did, but
Yeah. Um, but you're right. Like when you mentioned about the E. coli and different things that is in real meat and
mhm.
like the contaminants, um, and diseases and different things that people get. I don't know. Maybe being grown in a lab like that is going to be better.
Well, it's also
Maybe it's
saying
going
that
to
it's
be
better.
healthier.
Yeah, they also said it's gonna be better for the environment as
Hmm.
well, right? Like you're not killing so much animals and
You don't need like large pasture, like farmland.
mhm.
Um, yeah, so you're not tearing down because that's the other thing too. I've seen articles about that where after so long the land basically becomes dead land and they need to now move the farm into a new spot and raise the cows, raise the chickens, do all that stuff in a new spot. So they have to tear down more trees and create a new, like, basically farmland.
Why? Why do they do that?
Why? Because it becomes like dead land. Like all the waste from the
The animals?
animals, they need to store that somewhere. Like there's a lot that goes into these big, huge operations
Hmm.
that grow and raise cattle and
You know what
things.
that kind of reminds me of? The Simpsons. Do you remember the Simpsons movie when Homer finally got his pig and the pig was pooping a lot, so he got like this big
Yeah, I do
container
remember that.
and it was full of waste and he filled it up apparently like in 1 week and he didn't know what to do with it, right? So he dumped it in the water
Yep.
and then the water got contaminated. I don't know why that just popped into my head. You guys, random things. This is what goes through my head
Yep.
randomly.
But no, I do remember that episode. And
Mhm.
that's basically what's happening. They do try to contain it, but after so long, like you don't have anywhere else to put it.
But what do they do with that waste? Like, do you guys actually ever think about that? Like, when you use the bathroom and then that your feces, I'm trying not to get this video banned here, and your feces get flushed down the toilet into the water. Did you guys actually ever think about the water? And the next thing you know, you're starting to shower. And I'm not saying, obviously, there's like the plumbing, it's supposed to be good. It's not going to be like you flush a toilet and you're going to go shower in your own feces. Like I'm not saying that, but it's just I kind of just think about it like, okay, well now where does this go? And
Well, it goes to the treatment plant, and then it gets filtered out, it gets cleaned and bleached, and then goes back to your tap
hmm,
to where you drink and brush your teeth with it. It's
sure.
so nasty when you actually think about it.
I'm
Like
sure it's
it's
more than that. I'm sure they have to make sure that the water is drinkable. There's lots of
yes,
tests, pH tests.
yes, there is, but it's still the same water. It's it doesn't just go to like no man's land and just like never to be seen again. No, it's got to be cleaned out. Like that water that you flushed is reused.
Is it really? How do you know this?
Look it up.
Are you sharing false news?
I am not. I don't know the whole entire process, but I do know that is part of, like, that is what it is
Hmm.
in basically just layman's terms.
Or is
From
that like kind of like what we assume that's kind of what it is? Like
look it
that's
up.
how it
Look it
happens.
up.
What am I supposed to Google for this?
I don't know.
What is wastewater?
Does my flushed feces end up back in my tap to drink?
Oh my gosh, why am I actually typing what you're saying?
No.
A big sewer pipe takes all the sewage to the place where it's treated.
Mm-hmm. It goes to the treatment plant. They do what they do. I don't know the process, but then they run it back through the system back to your house.
I'm not Googling this anymore. I need to know if he's actually right. I want
Yo.
someone who actually studied this. Show me your degree and tell me how this works.
Oh.
And keep it short. But anyways, moving on. So then after I started Googling, well, after I went down that rabbit hole, I started thinking about, relationships and then us. And then I thought of Love is Blind. And I thought of all those other dating TV shows.
Okay.
And then I got another notification talking about AI, and it said something like how you can have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever partner that's not real. Like an AI can be your girlfriend or boyfriend. And then I started Googling it, and it said that there's actually dating sites for this. Like there's a dating website for AI to be in a relationship with.
It's interesting.
It is. And one of them was called Replica. And then there was another website.
So
I don't remember what it's called.
Is it just dating, or is it for like just like friendship in general?
So I started, well, I looked a little bit more into Replica, and it said like the free version, correct me if I'm wrong, but it said like the free version was your AI friend. And then it said like to be paid, it's going to be like your girlfriend. You can make it your boyfriend or whatever. So yeah, I thought that was very interesting. And then it made me think about our relationship because, if you're new here, me and Curtis met on Tinder 9 years ago.
Yes, we did.
And then I also thought about like, oh, when we first dated, it was kind of nerve-wracking to meet that person. Are they going to think I'm smart? Are they going to think I'm stupid and, embarrassing? And am I going to embarrass myself? Like those are some of the things you meet. Those are some of the things that run through your mind when you're meeting people, right? And the AI kind of filters that out.
Yeah.
It does.
So this new app, like, what does it actually do though?
I don't know too much about it. That's all I started searching. And I was like, I wonder if that's like, would that replace loneliness? Because,
Yeah.
I told you guys, like, we use Chat GPT a lot. Like, like I actually was sat in my car and I'm like, I wonder if I can have a conversation with her. Like, just talk. So I actually just had a conversation with Chat GPT. I just said, oh, hey, how's it going? And she answered, and we literally just had a conversation back and forth. And it literally felt like I was talking to a friend.
Yeah, see, ChatGPT is kind of different because I know you can turn on and off history,
Okay.
right? So, like, if you have your history on, anything that you put in there, it will build almost like a profile, right? Like, you said something 2 months ago, right? That you are learning how to do some new thing.
Yeah.
Let's just say. Now you start having a new conversation that's somewhat related, it will use that past information to kind of build something that you like. it's more personalized
Mm-hmm.
because you have that history filter on.
Yeah, it makes you feel like a connection with her, like
Yeah,
she
like they
remembers.
actually know you.
Yeah, and they care. I
Yeah.
think that's I think that's what it is. Because you know when you talk to someone and they say and you say to them, "Oh, remember when I told you this?" They're like, "When did you tell me that?"
Yeah,
But she remembers.
which is crazy.
I know, like
It's a little scary. It's cool.
it is.
It is cool, but it is a little bit scary.
Would you consider AI cheating? So let's just say I started dating someone on AI. Would you consider that cheating? Because I built now a new relationship. I mean, those person is not real. I built a relationship with this new person. This new person is my best friend. Would you consider that cheating?
I mean,
Mentally, I guess.
I think there's different ways of going about it.
Hmm.
Like if you're just doing it, you're just talking to AI for someone to like kind of vent to
Hmm.
and like get out your frustrations or um learn new things from or like different things like that, then whatever, not a big deal. But if you're literally treating it as a partner and you're almost feeling like an intimate connection, I think that's where it's like it's gone a little bit too much. I think that's a little too much.
Yeah,
Personally, I don't know how anybody else feels about that.
because you've
That is
seen.
my personal opinion. It's a very interesting direction that we're going in. The things that people are using AI for and the things that they're creating it to do.
Mhm.
It is a very, very interesting direction.
Yeah, and another thing I've used AI for that I felt like I've built a trusting relationship with, and I find it's very, very weird, and I feel weird to say that out loud, is my writing. So, like, as you guys know, I'm on Substack now, and I've been writing my blogs,
Mhm.
and I wrote one blog, and I haven't like I haven't posted it yet, and I plan on posting it. But when I sent it to her, I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to post this. And I was kind of embarrassed to let you read what I wrote at the start. But
Let
then
me read it?
yeah.
Okay.
And then I let Curtis proofread and grammar correct my blogs before I
Mm.
post them because he's better at grammar than I am. But anyways, um, I let her actually read my blog post and I said, "Tell me what you think. Do you think what I wrote, this blog post would be interesting? People would want to read it. Do you think I should post it?" Like I just asked. And then like
Mm.
she almost gave me that confidence, like, yes, because it has this and this and this blog post sounds very unique, it sounds personalized, and then she literally broke down reasons why I should post it.
So she basically reinforced your
Confidence.
yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah.
See,
And I'm sure there's other ones out there, like there's I think there's one in China that just came out. What is it called? Deep sea or
Deep Seek.
deep sea deep
Yeah.
sea.
But see, like I use it actually at work. I don't use it all the time,
Hmm.
but like I write a lot of emails. I probably send out 20 to 30 emails every single day, if not more sometimes. It really depends on the day. But there's some that are like very simple. They don't need to be anything. So I just write them myself and I send it. But there's some that are like they need to be well written. They need to be professional. They need to have certain aspects to it where people actually understand what I'm saying because
Yeah.
there could be legal like things that, you know, liability basically.
Hmm.
So I write my template, like I write my email, and then I write a small little paragraph saying I need it to also do this, 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 this. I need it professional. I need it, I'll tell ChatGPT what I need, and then she'll be like, all right, no problem. And then she basically rewrites the entire thing using my like draft,
Hmm.
but then makes it how I need it to be.
Yeah.
But it's funny because since I've started doing that, I noticed that my personal emails that I typed, like my draft,
Hmm.
have actually gotten better because I then I don't just copy, paste, send. I reread it and I'm like, oh yeah, that does sound really good. That does
Mm-hmm.
sound really good. And now me reading what she's done,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I consider her a she, but anyway.
Because women know all. AI knows everything.
I've actually gotten better at doing my own emails.
Hmm.
So I'm actually learning from AI, helping me write professional emails.
Yeah.
So it's actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. No, that is pretty cool. Even though I feel like AI is not there yet with being able to mimic those feelings,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she's getting very good
Mm-hmm.
at building those feelings in you
Yeah.
towards her. You know, like maybe eventually she'll have feelings. Robots will have feelings.
I don't know. I mean, the way we're headed, I'd imagine that is the next step or one of the next steps, but yeah.
Yeah.
It is cool. It is very cool what you can do with AI,
Mhm.
like, and technology, like everything that we've accomplished with technology
Yeah.
is very cool, but at the same time, it needs to be used in the right way because there could be a lot of negative aspects to it
Mhm.
that we've yet to come across,
Mhm.
right? So I don't know. I don't know.
I do think though that AI would help with loneliness. I
Mm,
actually do. I do think that would help, and it would also be able to help people find other relationships to be
yeah.
in.
Yeah. It could. It could for sure.
Hmm. And then have conversations with them, not just text, not just like writing, but also maybe being able to call and actually having a full on conversation.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if that's actually out there yet. Imagine like you're able to call,
And talk.
yeah, and be like, I want to talk to my girlfriend, and then it's an AI.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if we got to the point where maybe it's considered to be a hologram, because you know how they're able to do holograms of like celebrities that have died and like do concerts of them.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it right here. Actually, Black Mirror. No, remember the episode of Black Mirror?
That show's crazy.
I stopped watching it because of that. But I'm
It's
not getting
so
on that
cool,
topic.
though.
No. I'm not gonna scare
I actually
myself.
really love that show.
I couldn't finish it. I think I watched up to this episode. If you guys know where I'm kind of leading with this, I watched up to that one episode and that was it.
But
It felt too real. But I just lost my train of thought. Where was
Yeah.
I?
I don't know. You said you were gonna leave it there.
Maybe I should leave it there before I scare myself.
Yeah. I think we're gonna leave it there. That was just an interesting topic that Amelia came across when she was Googling stuff. So let us know what you've randomly Googled, something you wanted to learn or find the answer to, and then led you down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure everyone's been there. Everyone's kind of got trapped in going a little bit further and deeper and being like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
I've scared myself a little bit. Yeah, so let us know what you've came across because I'm very interested.
Would you be embarrassed if your Google searches got leaked?
I don't know.
I
I
feel
don't
like I
think
might
so.
be.
Maybe a couple of them, a couple random ones.
Yeah, definitely. How to spell. And it might be just the most simplest word,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh gosh, let me delete this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can admit that's part of my Google search.
Yeah.
What is all right, so let us know what you guys think in the comment section below about the lab grown meat, about AI dating, and would you consider that cheating? That'd be an interesting
Yeah.
thought, food for thought.
Food for thought.
Emotionally cheating.
Mhm.
Can't physically cheat with AI, not that I know of.
Not yet.
But emotionally cheating,
Yeah.
mentally cheating.
Yeah.
But anyways, let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoy this conversation, our random conversations that we have.
Random things Amelia looks up and then wants to talk about.
I don't always look these random things up. Okay, I'm not that crazy. Sometimes, and a lot of the times, Google just promotes this random article,
No, it is true.
and then all of a sudden, I'm like, "Ooh, what's this?" I click on it, and next thing you know,
It is true.
I start Googling search.
A lot of times you search one small thing and then all of a sudden something else comes up and it just catches your eye and you're like, oh, let me click it.
Yeah.
And then down the rabbit hole you go.
And then next thing you know, I'm on my phone just researching random things for like an hour. But anyways, let us know what you guys think. Let us know how your Sunday's going. We hope you have a wonderful work week. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button.
If you like the video.
Hit
that thumbs up.
Yep. My name is Amelia. I am one of your co-hosts.
And my name is Curtis, the other co-host of this Thing of Ours podcast.
Yep. So we'll see you guys next Sunday.
Yes. Take care. See you next time.
Peace.